Hi everyone, my name is Manisha Nalakatla and I'm a junior at UNC Chapel Hill, and for my Comp 572 final project, I chose seam carving. For my understanding of seam carving or content-aware image resizing from the paper, it's really important for things like dynamic page layouts. So for example, if you have a web page that you want to minimize or maximize, and there's images on this page, if you just use cropping, you'll lose a lot of important parts of these images. So you'd use something like seam carving or content-aware image resizing so that as you scale the page, the image scales with it, and you don't lose any of those important parts. So for my implementation of what was written in the paper, a lot of my energy function was just taken directly from the algorithm that was presented. And then for the rest, I basically split my program up into different helper functions to actually divide up what's being done by the seam carving. So for example, I had a function to find the energy of the image, find the seam, and then actually cut out the seams, and then scale the image as a whole. So basically put it all together. And throughout my algorithms, I have a lot of work with matrices, and as I'll mention later, that was sort of one of the problems that I was running into. So now for the pictures that I use, this is just a picture off the internet. I scaled it down just a little bit to test out the functions at first. So as you can see, it did a pretty good job with that. It does look like it cut off a little bit of the top, but other than that, not too bad. And then this one was scaled horizontally. This is another image from the internet. As you can see, it sort of moved the sun off to the left a little bit, which was interesting, but other than that, it did keep all of the important stuff from the original photo. This is an image that I took, and I think my algorithm did a pretty good job to scale it horizontally again. I tried to do this one with a little more scaling, so it's a little more intense, and I think it kept the integrity of the photo. This is another one that I thought would be interesting to try to scale. So this is an image that I took. I wanted to see how the algorithm would do with all the different trees and the people. I didn't scale it too intensely because I think that would have made the person look a little strange. But other than that, I think it did do a pretty good job. And then this is another image that I took off the internet, and I was surprised with how well it did with this one. I again try to scale it horizontally a little more intensely, and it looks pretty normal. There's no weird artifacts, and again, I think it kept the integrity of the image. So overall, some of the challenges that I faced were just initially trying to brainstorm how to implement everything that was being written in the paper. And as I was getting into it, I was having some trouble with the matrices and figuring out all of the stuff with indices and how to make everything work with that. So that was something challenging. As far as what I liked, I really enjoyed testing out my algorithm with all of my different images. I thought that was fun. And as I mentioned with this image, something that could be improved is some of keeping the integrity with images like this so it's not skewing them either left or right or kind of changing lines with the beach here. But other than that, I did enjoy the project, so thank you.